Hey everyone, welcome to the reading for today. We're going to see what you guys need to know right now. It's a collective message, okay? It could be past, present, or future. You're going to know best how this resonates for you, where it fits on your timeline. All right, so with that being said, let's see. What is the energy today? What do you guys need to know about right now? What's happening in the collective right now? Let's see. The Five of Pentacles, the Queen, no, not that one, okay. The Five of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, oops. These are new, I have to break them in a bit. And the Magician in reverse, and then we have the Empress at the bottom with the Nine of Wands at the top. Okay, so we're speaking of some sort of bad health, all right, or poverty, feeling left out in the cold, some sort of lack mindset, all right. Then we have the Queen of Cups, and then we have the Magician in reverse. So it kind of looks like someone that is not able to manifest something, okay, or they're not getting what they want. They can't manifest an illusion, or they feel like their powers are stuck. They're left out in the cold, or they're not getting what they want. They're lacking money, okay? They're in bad health. Let's see what it is. What's going on here? Why is the Five of Pentacles here for the collective? The Fool, the Three of Cups, and the Queen of Cups again. So this has to do with a leap of faith that it looks like a Queen of Cups took with a group of people. Okay, who's the Queen of Cups? The Five of Swords, someone that's manipulative. The Three of Wands in reverse. And the Ace of Swords in reverse, this is somebody that lies. They're a liar. They're manipulative, trying to win at all costs, trying to get what they want, trying to sabotage. Okay, very manipulative person. They're lying, trying to stop someone's future. They don't want you to have any kind of future plans. All right, what's the Magician reverse? There was no fighting, there was no competition, there was no argument, no disagreement here with an Empress. And a Nine of Pentacles, something about money, okay? Someone here can't manifest something to do with a business, to do with money, or to do with a mother figure, a maternal energy, and abundance. All right, let's see what this is. Tell me more about the Five of Pentacles, please. The Knight of Wands, somebody took quick action. The Three of Swords. Because they were heartbroken, or what is that about? Five of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. It has a codependent, obsessive, possessive, controlling. So this has to do with someone that's codependent, obsessive, possessive, and controlling, taking some sort of quick action to harm someone with the Three of Swords, or because they're hurt. Somebody focused on themselves, time to heal. Somebody is alone, or somebody has taken time to heal. Okay. Or indulging in an addiction. Self-indulgence, addiction. What is that about? Self-indulgence and an addiction. somebody is unhealed, imbalanced. Unhealed, imbalanced. This has to do with somebody working together with a King of Swords. Somebody working together with a King of Swords, okay? This has to do with time, needing time, taking time to heal. Again, time to heal is on both of these cards. Time to heal, time to heal. Why are you showing me time to heal twice? Because of healing. Because of healing. Balance, healing. High Priestess. What? The Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like whoever you are, you know what this means, okay? Something about your intuition or something that you know intuitively about a Queen of Pentacles. This has to do with somebody's health, somebody having bad health, or somebody feeling left out in the cold, feeling abandoned, obsessive, possessive, controlling, taking action because they're in pain or they're hurt or heartbroken. Taking time to heal. What does that mean? What does this mean? Despair. Taking time to heal depression, sadness, and despair. Okay. The pathway in reverse, or this has to do with somebody taking time to be alone because you're in despair or you're sad and you don't feel like you see how this can move forward, all right? Taking time to be alone, or needing time alone. Maybe it's about needing some sort of time by yourself, needing time alone. So you told someone you need time alone? You need time to yourself? Okay, tell me more about the collective saying they need time to heal, time alone, because of sadness. Meeting and conversing with a friend. So somebody that's a friend or someone that's telling people they're your friend, or you told a friend that you needed time alone because of sadness. Or maybe a friend tried to tell you that you should be alone and that there's no path forward because of sadness. I mean, I'm getting two things, right? Either you told someone that you need some time alone because you were depressed and sad about something that hurt you. But I'm also getting that you might have had a friend around you that was trying to manipulate you into being alone and telling you that there's no path forward and that you should just forget about something, all right? Could be both things. Girl talk, yeah, something about friends. Time with friends, talking to friends, okay? Or you had a friend that repetitively told you that you need to move on and be single, all right? Yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's like, have you ever known someone like that? Like, they don't have to be a friend per se, but they can just be someone that's always trying to tell you what to do or what you should do in a relationship or if you should break up or not, right? Like, they just won't stop telling you what to do and that you should leave someone. It could be that as well. Okay, so why is that coming out like that? The Three of Swords, because of healing from heartbreak. So it's almost like you were healing from heartbreak. You were taking time to heal. You were taking time to overcome your heartbreak. And then you have someone around you that's constantly being very possessive or being very controlling and constantly trying to remind you of the wound and telling you to break up with someone, all right? Telling you you're better off alone. Yeah, you were healing from heartbreak in a relationship, or you were overcoming pain in a relationship, okay? So why is that so important? Because of the Empress and the King of Cups. Because of a King of Cups. So you have a Queen of Pentacles, a King of Cups, and a King of Swords here. And then you have people working together. Three of Pentacles, three people. Queen of Pentacles, King of Swords, King of Cups. And you're healing a relationship. You're working through something in a relationship. And someone around you, pretending to be a friend, is constantly telling you that you should feel horrible and be single, okay? Trying to control you. Why? Trying to get you stuck in your head. Yeah, trying to get you stuck in your head about what to do. It's like this person they were trying to get in your mind. They were trying to, or they're trying to manipulate how you think or how you feel and make you feel stressed out and worried, right? About your choices. So it's kind of like, let's say you're going through some sort of relationship issues, all right? And you have this acquaintance, okay, or someone you maybe considered a friend at some point, right? And you kind of let them in on some things that you went through, or you kind of told them about some things that happened. And you're telling them also that, you know, you are taking time alone and you want to be alone and you want to figure this out and you need some time to heal. But you don't really, maybe you told them that you don't really know what you're going to do. You haven't really made a decision yet. Okay. You're kind of like, I don't really know what to do right now. I'm kind of looking at my choices, right? I just need some time alone, time to think, time to heal. But they want you to feel stressed out. So they're telling you things like, oh, you know that, you know, it's only going to get worse from here. And this is never going to work out, and you should just break up with them now, and this is they're a horrible person, and how could you even stay with them, and this is just, it's never going to work, and blah 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 blah. And they're like trying to they're trying to influence your decisions. Basically, they're trying to influence your decisions in a way where you are then single and living in the moment, having fun, right? They want to block your path. So you're telling them, like, I don't really know what to do right now. I don't really know how to feel. I kind of need some time to heal and think about this. And they're like, no, this path, you definitely cannot go down this path. You cannot give them another chance. You cannot give them the time of day. You have to block them. You have to cut them off. It's blah, 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 blah. And they're like trying to tell you what to do and where to go and what you should do, basically. Right? Which is kind of annoying, because it's like, look, yeah, okay, so that's your opinion. You can share your opinion, right? But don't talk into me like I have to do what you tell me to do, all right? This is like that kind of person that they want to like pummel you with their opinion until you do what they say, right? Because they feel like they know best. It's like, back off. Look, lady, it's your own life, right? It's like your life, your decisions. So, and it has to do with a leap of faith they took here, okay, with a group of people. So tell me about that. A Queen of Swords and a Queen of Swords in reverse. So there's a bunch of people here, okay, that all took a leap of faith. Yeah, a Queen of Wands. All right. So we have a Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, King of Cups, and a King of Swords. All right. A bunch of people here. Something that they're doing in secret here. Okay. And something about coming out of the cold, coming out of lack, coming out of a hard time. What did they do in secret? Something with a marriage. Something about a marriage. This is what they did in secret, okay? That's what they're trying to keep hidden. Stabbed in the back. So secretly, they planned a shocking attack here, or they did something with a marriage and somebody being attacked in a marriage, all right? Tell me about working together with the King of Swords. They can't mirror something here. They can't mirror someone. They can't mirror something. They can't mirror someone. They can't mirror something. Why is that coming out now? So I guess that's what they tried to do. Yeah, if you're dating someone, okay, so this is somebody that's trying to mirror you or mirror your experience or your life, right? And they're doing this based off of the things that you tell them. So if you tell them, yeah, we have relationships problems right now, and this is what just happened, and we're going through this and that, and I don't really know what I want to do right now, and I don't really know if I want to be with this person anymore. They're taking that information and doing something with it behind the scenes, stabbed in the back. So if you come to them and say, oh, I think I'm going to work it out with this person, and I think I'm going to give him another chance, and we're talking about maybe working through this in some sort of way, I just need some time to heal. They know that they just did something behind the scenes. So they're like, no, you can't be with them. You have to break up with them. You should not be with that person. You should break up. Because I guess your relationship problems have something to do with what they just did behind the scenes. So if they're heavily manipulating you and trying to tell you what to do, take that with a grain of salt, because this person is manipulating you into doing as they say, which is breaking up with someone. It's like, what kind of an advantage do they have with that? Right? What kind of an advantage? Okay, or maybe this is something that you picked up on intuitively, right? With this Queen of Pentacles. Maybe that's the first time that your radar really started going off with this Queen of Pentacles, was when they continuously tried to manipulate you into doing what they want you to do in your relationship. That's what this feels like. It's like no outside person, no outside friend, no outside acquaintance, no outside coworker should ever be that invested in if you are dating someone or not. Okay? And they should never be that invested and manipulative that when you tell them you're working through something, that they barrel you down for an hour straight about how that is a horrible decision and you need to break up. You need to break up. It's like, don't tell me what to do. All right? So that could have been the first time your intuition really went off. Or pay attention to your intuition around someone like this, because they had a hidden motive behind why they were, or why they're trying to pressure you into making a certain decision. Okay, especially if it concerns your relationship or breaking up with someone, all right? Then, yeah, breaking up with someone, or yeah, rejecting someone. It's like, you need to reject them. You should not accept their offer. You need to break up with them. You should not be with them. Do not give them love. Do not consider them. They're not an option. It's like, why do you care so much? Why does this person care so much about whether or not you want to fix a relationship or work on a relationship or give someone a chance? Why are they so invested? Right? Like for someone here, and you know, this is just another kind of example where I'm getting this, like either this person did something behind the scenes, or for some of you, this is like the kind of person where they want your man. Right? They want your man. And that's why they're trying to get you to break up and trying to tell you, you need to break up with them. They're horrible. It's because they want you to be single. They want them to be single. It's like, why? Right? People like this, they have a motive behind why they're trying to influence your decisions. It's because they have some sort of an intention for when they get you to break up. Okay? The 10 of Wands here. They wanted to make something seem hard, or it's because they are carrying a burden in some sort of way, right? Yeah, for them, the burden is you transcending the obstacle and preparing for union and having a new phase. So for them, it was absolutely a catastrophe, I guess, that you're telling them like, well, actually, I'm thinking about preparing for union, or I think that we can get through this, and I think that we can maybe work this out, okay? And maybe we can have a new phase. I don't know. Right? For them, this was horrible that you said these things to them, all right? It's like basically the last thing that they want to hear, because they want to control. They want to control what you do. They want to control you because they want possession over something, and they're obsessed with this, all right? So why is this Queen of Cups here? Like, who are all these people, man? The Judgment. A friend. Something about being a friend or someone's friend. The Magician. The manipulation. The illusion. About being a friend or having a friend or something. Yeah, about being rejected. They tried to manipulate you into rejecting someone. Or the illusion is that you were rejected, right? So maybe they had just turned around, right? So you're telling them, oh man, I'm dealing with this in this relationship, and I don't really know if I want this, and I broke up with them, or I don't want to talk to them right now. And they go behind your back and start running their mouth about how you were rejected, you were dumped, you were broken up with, and all this stuff. And then a week later, you come to them and say, so this person, they want a second chance. They keep begging me for a second chance. They want to work through things. I don't really know what I want right now. I don't really know if I should give them a second chance. Like, you know, I am hearing them out, but I'm not really sure. But they really want to be with me, but I don't know. And they're like, no, you can't be with them. You should not be with them. No, horrible idea. You're like, what the fuck? Because they just created an illusion behind your back. 7 of Cups, they just created an illusion. Like literally a week earlier, I guess, right? They just did this, okay? And then here you come saying, well, actually, I think they want a second chance. They're like, no, you can't, okay? The Hanged Man, the 10 of Swords. They created an illusion about a painful betrayal. A painful betrayal, all right? A painful betrayal in a relationship. Yeah, okay. What they say, huh? So transcending an obstacle. Oh no, it broke again. Why do my hair ties keep breaking? Right when I said that too, transcending an obstacle. Weird. Hold on. So they must have said some crazy shit, right? If they freak out this bad, that you have now decided to rekindle something, okay? They must have said some crazy shit. About welcoming love, meeting the one, opening your heart, getting together, perfect. Okay. What's that about? A mature woman in the reverse. A mature woman in the reverse. Coming out of poverty. Something about overcoming poverty, coming out of poverty. What is that about? Yeah, it has something to do with getting rejected, but then you come around the corner and say, actually, I'm going to heal this. So for some reason, this reading, that's what it's about. Okay, I don't know. Could be a timeline thing, right? But there's something significant about the fact that you told this person that there was maybe a breakup or that there was a significant issue in the relationship that you didn't know if you even still could consider this person a relationship, right? So they said something about you being rejected or that you rejected someone else, all right? And then there's something significant between this, something that they said, something they did, and you coming to them after the fact saying, actually, now I think we're going to work on something, and them freaking out about it, all right? Okay, so what is that about? The devil. Okay, it has to do with the Emperor and the Queen of Wands. So they had just gone to the Emperor, or it has something to do with what they did in secret with the Queen of Wands. So okay, so the timeline, I guess, is you tell this Queen of Pentacles about a relationship issue, about a breakup. They take that information and do something with it immediately, which is this, Emperor and the Queen of Wands. Then after they do this, you tell the Queen of Pentacles you're working on something and you're working on healing the relationship, and they freak out because that's not what you were supposed to do, all right? You were supposed to stay apart. They start manipulating you, telling you need to break up, and it's because they had just done this. Something with the Emperor and a Queen of Wands. They had just lied. They had just lied, okay? They just gave some sort of evidence to justice, to the justice system. So they had just taken, okay, all right, the Hierophant. They took a leap of faith to the Hierophant. Oh my God, they're so dumb. So they take their lie to the justice system, to the Hierophant, to an institution, based off of a lie, based off of a little bit of information that you gave them about a relationship. And then you turn around after they did this and say, actually, we're working on it. And they had just delivered some sort of fake evidence or fake lies to the justice system. No wonder they're freaking out, all right? Because they just try to set you up. So journey, something moving forward, all right? They thought something would move forward or move on, or adjudication. They tried to move something forward and go towards the justice system. They tried to move something forward with a judge or with the justice system or with the court system. What did they give? What is this Ace of Pentacles? Twin. A twin. I feel like this is a twin, like a copycat, like a body double. A twin. Because they thought you would stay by yourself. Why did they do this? Because they thought you would stay alone. They thought you would stay by yourself because you had told them that you want to be alone and you need time to heal. You told the Queen of Pentacles, I want to be alone right now. I need time to heal. I need time to think. I don't know if I even want this. This person thought that they were so cunning that they could manipulate you into breaking up and staying broken up. And then they took this action. So what this reading tells me is that they really fucked up because they thought you would stay alone. They thought you would stay broken up, or they thought you wouldn't work on your problems in your relationship. That's what they assumed. So they shot the GUN, okay, in the foot, basically. Because they had an assumption, or they thought they could manipulate you, or they thought they had control, okay, over your relationship. They assumed they knew everything, like they always do. They always assume they know everything, right? So, okay. Now, tell me more about this Queen of Cups here. Who is this Queen of Cups? Because they've come out twice. A gift in reverse. Something was not given to a Queen of Cups. A gift was not given to a Queen of Cups. A marriage. Something about a marriage, okay? A married couple and somebody not getting a gift. Somebody didn't give someone a gift. Somebody didn't give someone the gift of marriage or give someone a gift, okay? What's that about? Love. This has to do with love. Talking, text calls and emails, conversations, things, it's all based off of things that you told them, that you told this Queen of Pentacles in conversation. Okay? So you might have even told them that you rejected some sort of a gift or something that a Queen of Cups tried to give you, okay? What's the Five of Swords? Stabbed in the back and clock. They thought that they had time. Or they needed more time. They thought they had time to stab you in the back. Something about stabbing someone in the back. Okay, tell me more about that, please. Set by lying, okay? By lying. I feel like it's the Queen of Pentacles. This Queen of Pentacles lied about something, all right? Because they tried to win, they tried to manipulate you, they tried to deceive you and be strategic, all right? And stab you in the back. The Wheel of Fortune. Time, something about time. The timeline of this, all right? Maybe the Two of Wands. They thought they had time to influence your decision or influence your choices. I feel like that's what it is. This person really thought that they just need a little bit more time to influence your choices. They would be able to manipulate you by telling you that there's no future, Three of Wands reverse, there's no future, there's no point. You shouldn't have this relationship. It's not going anywhere. You can't have a future with them. You should break up with them. You should block them. They thought they had the time to influence your choices. The Four of Wands. This has to do with a choice that they made at a home. A choice that they made at a home. Where it was a missed opportunity, Ace of Wands in reverse. So I feel like this choice that they made at the home, that was the last time that they ever tried to do something to you, and that's when you woke up to what is actually going on with them and how manipulative and conniving they actually are, and what actually went on here. Expectation, because they had an expectation. They had an expectation. Yeah, you saw through it. You saw through it. And I feel like with this Queen of Pentacles, it wasn't a one-time thing, all right? It wasn't like you thought they were your friend and then all of a sudden you were like, oh my God, you're not my friend. It feels like a time span, all right? Maybe you witnessed this through time, right? In time cycles. So like, you know, you saw them here, you saw them there, you talked to them here, you talked to them there. And every single time you did, you picked up on something else that was strange, okay? Or maybe weird things they said, or weird ways that they acted, or even just the manipulation, right? And that could be a part of what kind of woke you up to them and what kind of a person they are, is that they had this expectation of you and they were expecting you to act a certain way or make a certain decision, okay? Yeah. But not just that. I think another thing that exposed this person to you is it's something about the way that they talk or things that they said in passing, like, you know, things that like end up slipping out of their mouth about expectations that they have, or okay. Yeah. Okay, why is that important here? The Chariot, because of you moving forward, all right? You leaving, you moving forward. The past, because of something that they did in the past here, a painful betrayal. So I don't know what this betrayal is. If it's like the first thing that they tried doing when they thought that you had separated from someone, or if this is how they tried to move forward after the fact, where they tried a second time to stab you in the back, all right? Strength. They thought that they could overcome this. They thought that they could, the plan didn't work, all right? They knew that the plan wasn't going to work with some sort of a betrayal as long as you are dating someone. And that's weird, right? Why is their plan not going to work as long as you're dating someone? So they felt like they could strong arm you, all right? They thought they could manipulate you because their plan wasn't going to work. The King of Wands. Lying. This has to do with somebody lying about someone's money, lying about your job, your career, your stability, your finances, all right? Or maybe that's another thing that they try to manipulate you out of, right? So this is like someone, they don't just manipulate you when it comes to your relationship. They're also going to try and manipulate you out of your career, all right? Out of your job. Like, you shouldn't do that job anymore. That job is stupid, all right? You're not going to make enough money with that. You should just quit your job. You should just stop what you're doing, all right? You should just throw your whole career away because it's not going anywhere. You know, it's like stuff like that. It's like, really makes you wonder, like, why are you, it makes you look at this kind of person, go, why are you trying to manipulate me out of every good thing in my life? Right? If I tell you I have a good career, I love my career, oh, you shouldn't have that career, you should throw it away. Okay? If you tell them about your relationship and that you want to give it a second try, or you want to work through things, oh, you should throw that relationship away. It's like, why is this person trying to manipulate you out of everything that is running in your life? Right? Isn't that weird? Okay. The Magician in reverse, yeah, their manipulation stopped working, all right? Or it never worked. It never worked. I feel like this person thought at some point that their manipulation was working, because maybe when you're dealing with people like this, right, what tends to work best is when you just start nodding your head in agreement. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. And inside you're thinking like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Like, what are you saying? But you don't say it out loud because they will argue with you and they will try to force their opinion down your throat, right? So you just stop arguing with people like this. You stop telling them your plans. You stop telling them what you're going to do. You stop telling them who you're dating, because they always want to tell you that it's wrong. So you just kind of start nodding your head in agreement. Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah, I'll think about that. Yeah, maybe you are right. Okay, I'll think about that. Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. And then you end up leaving that person's house going like, God, they're so fucking annoying. Okay, really. In one ear, out the other, all right? But you just stop telling them anything at all. And then they think that they're manipulating you because you're just doing this. Yeah, you're right. You are right about that. And they never even catch on, all right? That you're literally just in your head, you have like music running. You're like, you know, you're not even listening anymore. So what's the Magician in reverse? The Ace of Cups in reverse. No love, right? No love, okay? They didn't want you to have a new beginning in love. The Hermit. Or something that they did in secret here, undercover. They're secretly gathering information here, all right? Secretly gathering information about no new beginning in love, or not loving someone, not loving something. What is that? Okay. Paradise, heart with the key. Yeah, it's like you are telling them that you think someone is the one, and you think you've met the one, and you want to open your heart with this person, and you're happy, okay? And you are happy with this person, right? And they're trying to manipulate you into saying this is not love. It's not love. You should not love them. You know, it's like, shut up. Coffin, you should end this. You need to break up with this person, all right? You need to break up with them. It's not love. It's not the one. Forget about them, right? And you're sitting there going like, you know, and especially comical thing about people like this is that they're not even going to have real love in their life, right? You know, these are people that have like shallow relationships, or they have their own relationship issues that they refuse to address. And you're not sitting there telling them to break up with their boyfriend, girlfriend, right? You're just like, you know, that's their problem, all right? If they want to deal with someone like you, go ahead, but I couldn't handle it, right? And they want to chime in with you, and you're looking at their relationship. They're trying to tell you what love is and what it's not. And you're looking at their relationship going like, what the fuck are you talking about? You don't even know what love is, all right? Look at your relationship. It's like, it's very hypocritical, very condescending, very, I'm better than you, so I have more experience than you, I know more than you, like talking down on you a lot, right? Like if this person is always talking down on you as if they know more than you, be aware of that, all right? Because they don't know you or your relationship like you know you and your relationship. They don't know you and your career and your path like you know your career and your path. And at some point, you're just going to keep nodding your head. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, that makes sense. Totally. There's no point. There's no point talking to this person about what you really think, okay? So, the Empress. Why is the Empress here? Twin. Again, a twin. A twin. Because there was no fight. There was no argument. There was no competition. There was no fight or whatever that is, all right? A twin. Yin Yang Zen, or they're trying to balance something out here with a twin. With a copycat, and that's the truth. And that's the truth about balancing something out here. Oh, with something on a phone. With something on a phone. They didn't want the truth to come out about what was on this phone here, all right? Whatever that is. They didn't want the truth to come out about that. The pathway to despair and a mature woman. They were in despair, or because they took a pathway to a mature woman because of somebody being in despair. All right. So they went to a mature woman and cried about something and created some sort of a story and a lie about you because they thought they had the perfect opportunity because they thought your relationship was over. And then, surprise, motherfucker, it wasn't, all right? Basically. Lovers, yeah, thoughts about a lover. Look, they planned this. They planned this. They thought about this here. Something that they said about you and a lover or your relationship, all right? All right. Stability, but yeah, they didn't count on this being permanent, all right? They didn't count on your relationship being permanent, I guess. They did not count on that. So what else? Here, closing words. The Queen of Wands and the Star. This has to do with an Aquarius, all right? Yeah, this is an Aquarius. A Queen of Wands Aquarius right there. And somebody making someone an offer, making someone a love offer, all right? So they did this when they thought it was over, okay? Four of Swords, the Devil, something about someone being obsessive, jealous, angry, okay? So this plan of someone being jealous, obsessed, crazy, yeah, and angry, that's what they said when they thought it was over. And then when you decided to make a choice, they were stressed out and worried and stressed out and nervous and anxious because of your choice. And I feel like your choice was to rekindle something or work on your relationship. So when you made the choice to go back to someone or to work something out or to give it another try, that's when they freaked out. That's when they got really paranoid and worried. Yeah, because then their illusion wouldn't work. Because their illusion wouldn't work if you work out your relationship with a family. Their illusion wouldn't work with a family and a relationship and somebody moving forward with a relationship. Their illusion wouldn't work if you move forward with your relationship, okay? No, their plan wouldn't work. That's what it was about. That's what it was about, okay? So wake up to the manipulation, because that's all it's about, is their plan not working. If you were to rekindle your relationship, because in the time where you broke up with someone and you were separated, or telling this Queen of Pentacles that you want to be alone right now, you need time to think, you don't know what you want, you don't know if you want to have this again, that's when they did this. Okay? They didn't count on this rekindling, I guess. So I'm going to leave it at that. Let's see here. What else? August and a Cancer, a sister, a Libra, and a Scorpio, April, and a Leo. And then we have Aquarius, Aquarius at the bottom of the deck, right? Yeah, April and August. Okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.